All right, welcome back, everybody. I am really excited about this new series that I'm starting. This is a series that I've been planning for the last 3 years. Over the next 20 to 30 episodes, you're going to watch us finish building a luxury cottage resort and opening it. This is the Hay Bay Resort. This is what I've been waiting to do for as long as I can remember, and I'm going to get into it with you right after this. Hi, my name's Ken Dunn, and I am the lead developer and the mastermind behind the Cottage Dream Vacations business. At Cottage Dream Vacations, we're building a brand of luxury hotels and resorts right across Canada and maybe even other parts of the world. In this video series, I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. I'm going to introduce you to the key players that are going to run the resorts. I'm going to help you to understand how I find these properties, how I raise the money for these properties, how I pick the teams that are going to build the resorts for us, and most importantly, how I get to enjoy the properties when they're done. Hey, if you're interested in vacationing at luxury properties, or if you're a real estate developer that wants to get into developing projects like this yourself, then come on this video journey with me and let's learn this stuff together. If anybody's been following this journey, well, actually, you've all been following this journey. Our main business here at Cottage Dream Vacations is hospitality. And what we're doing, this is the master plan. Over the next 15 to 20 years, we are going to launch a major world caliber luxury brand of cottage resorts and hotels. Now, this company is based in Toronto, Canada. Actually, it's based in Whitby, Ontario, Canada, my hometown. And we're literally building these resorts right across this entire country. And what I want to do in this video series is literally take you on this journey with us. So we started building our first resort in 2022. This is the Hay Bay Resort. And as you can imagine, what we did is we found an old dilapidated resort called the Perfect View Resort on County Road 9, south of Napanee. And we knew that we could take this resort and transform it into a luxury 5-star family style resort. I was so excited about it. And that's when the entire idea for our company kind of blew up in my mind. And that it wasn't just going to be about one resort, but what if we could literally help Canadians, help people fall in love with their country again. Part of the reason I got this idea originally was the pandemic. At the time this idea came into my head, we were staunchly stuck in Canada as part of this pandemic. And I thought so many people were getting reinvigorated by or in touch with Canada because they couldn't leave the country. So people who were generally going down south for the winter, they were staying in Canada. Summer vacations, they were staying in Canada. Guess what was happening? They were booking up resorts and cottages. And I would hear time and again from people that they were falling in love with the country. And I thought to myself, in this crazy world that we live in today, why shouldn't there be a company dedicated to building luxury 5-star resorts right in this country? An incredible ecosystem of resorts that was built by a Canadian for Canadians. And that's what we decided to do. That was kind of the mission. Now, I got this idea because of the Hay Bay Resort and what we could do with it. And I've literally been teaching real estate investing for the last 30 years. And as I've been teaching and doing this stuff myself, I've always known that there's 4 steps to doing anything if you're going to do it in real estate. Number 1, buy a property under value. Number 2, raise all the capital you need for the project. Number 3, increase the value of the property. And number 4, plan an exit. And in the case of these resorts, I thought, well, it's the same thing. I'm going to go find old dilapidated resorts. Now, the reason I like the idea of doing this in this type of business is that if I have the idea to build a resort and I go find a vacant piece of land to build it on, well, I'm adding steps to the process because it's very rare that the land I'm going to find is already zoned to do some type of luxury resort on. Where, on the other hand, if I go out and buy an old dilapidated resort, it already has the proper zoning. I could cut 1 year to 2 years off of the overall development because that's how long it takes to normally get zoning redone in any area. And so that's what we're doing. We're looking at all these old resorts. As long as the zoning is right, we'll buy it. So that's what we do at the Hay Bay Resort. I acquired the initial capital to acquire the property, and then we hired a team of architects and engineers to help us put together the plan to redevelop the property and turn it into what it's going to be, a luxury 5-star property. So once we got all that done, we knew we were going to need to raise $27 million for the project. And once I did that, I decided, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and sell a part of the project. So we sold 40% of the company to a group of accredited investors, friends, and family, and we raised $10 million. We put that $10 million into the project. The next step is we got a private lender who loaned us $17 million. And at the time I'm recording this video, we just finalized that transaction. And that's why I'm starting this video series now. Over the next 7 months, we're going to finish building the Hay Bay Resort and we're going to open it. So what I want to do in this series is take you on that journey with me. And it's going to be amazing. What I'm going to do in the first 5 episodes is I'm going to introduce you to the 5 key players that are going to run the resorts. Because I'm not naive. I knew that I had a significant amount of experience in real estate investing, but I didn't know much about running a hotel resort. What I did know, though, is if I could do a great job of casting the vision of what I was going to do, I could draw the right people in me that had that experience. And so in the next episode, I'm actually going to introduce you to Hassan Rafiq. Hassan Rafiq is the mastermind that stands beside me, and he's the guy with incredible hotel and resort experience. Hassan spent most of his business career in Dubai as part of a team that ran a worldwide brand as part of the Accor hotel chain. So Hassan has significant experience in managing resorts, in sourcing the products and services that you need to build the resort, in leading the teams that you put together to run a resort. He has all of that under control. And in the next episode, I'm going to interview him and I'm going to prove that to you. Then we have Prasanna. Prasanna is our director of IT. Guess what he's done his whole career? He's literally run the IT divisions of major resort brands. In fact, for 10 years, Prasanna actually traveled around the world, and when his company would buy a new resort and build it, he would go in, set up the IT systems, and stay there until it was running properly. So Prasanna is going to do all of that for us. Then we have Kim Garrett Sousa. Kim is our general manager. Kim is going to run the Hay Bay Resort, and I'm going to bring her on the show and interview her and let you get to meet and know her as well. Kim has over 30 years experience working for major hotel brands in things like revenue management and business management and operations. All the things that the general manager has to be an expert in, she's been doing for almost 30 years. And then finally, if you think about your favorite resort vacations, wherever you've gone on these vacations, the number one thing that is most important at any resort, sometimes it gets forgotten about, is the food you eat, the culinary experience. And we spent months looking for the right executive chef to run our kitchens. And I'm going to introduce you to him on one of these early episodes. His name is Chef Bale Wong. And Chef Bale has literally been the senior chef or the head chef in some of the world's greatest restaurants in China, in North America, and all parts in between. Now, Chef Bale is going to open the Pickerel restaurant at the Hay Bay Resort and make sure it gets up, set up, and running. And then he's going to move back to Whitby, Ontario, where he's going to manage all of the restaurants across our entire brand. And here's something I'm really excited to tell you about, friends. Literally just last week, we signed a lease on the most historic house in Whitby, Ontario. We're in the middle of getting council approval on this right now. And if the council approves of it, we're going to open a 5-star French restaurant in downtown Whitby, right on the waterfront. It's going to be called 301 Row. And it's going to be in the former first mayor of Whitby's house, the James Rowe House. And we're so excited about that. So Bale is going to come back here. He's going to run that restaurant, and he's going to design all of the menus for all of our restaurants across Canada. See, I've gotten a little bit of criticism as I've been doing this, and people are saying, like, what right does he have being in the hotel business? And what does he know about the hotel business? Well, friends, I would tell you today, sitting here with me, that I can guarantee you I know as much about the hotel industry in this country as anybody doing it. And it's not because I have the experience doing it. It's because of this team of executives that I've brought together. This team of 4 executives that are my master team for running the resorts, between the 4 of them have almost 100 years of experience, excellent experience, successful experience running these resorts. And we're going to introduce them all to you. What I want to know, you guys go into the chat and tell me if you're excited about following me on the journey in this series. So this is going to be the How I Launched a Resort video series, and it's going to be about 20 or 30 episodes, because the first 5 episodes I'm going to introduce you to the key players, and then I'm going to take you down to the project. See, right now what's happening, because we've got all of our funding arranged, we're working with our construction management team, and we're going to put together a plan, a complete schedule for the next 7 months to finish the Hay Bay Resort. This is going to include adding another 21 cottages, building our wedding reception center. This is a center that will actually hold 300 people for wedding dinners and special events. We're putting in a marina with 50 boats. We're putting in this beautiful beachfront area with a restaurant and a tiki bar right on the beach. We're even going to have a service dock for boats and an area where boat lovers can take their boats in and out of the waters. We're going to be selling diesel fuel and premium gasoline for recreational vehicles and boats right at the resort. We're going to have it all there. It's going to become the centerpiece of this entire city, the city of Napanee, Ontario. And I'm so excited about it. I've been wanting to do this video with you guys for the last year and a half. I've been thinking about it, and I can't believe that I'm finally sitting here able to get started on this journey. So stick with me in this video series because we're going to have lots of stuff we're going to go through. The other thing I want to let you know is the reason I have this YouTube channel is I am passionate about teaching people what I'm doing in real estate. I'm not sitting here pulling information out of a hat. As you guys will see in my videos, it's very normal for me to take you on the projects with me. From our gold mine series to how I'm building these short-term rentals properties in Whitby, Ontario to our resorts. And my plan is to take you through building this entire empire. So in the next 20 videos you're gonna see in this series, we're gonna finish the Hay Bay Resort, we're gonna open it up, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make money with it. And hopefully I'll inspire somebody somewhere in Canada or in North America to do the same thing. Now, the most important part of this is I want this to be interactive. What I mean by that is if you have any questions about anything that I'm doing, building the Hay Bay Resort, how I recruited these amazing managers to be a part of it, how I raised all the capital for the project, how we decided on the look and the feel of the property, or how we decided how we're going to get people to show up there. As I'm laying this stuff out for you, feel free to ask questions. I will answer every one of the questions in the chat personally. And you know what? If some of these questions you give me are detailed enough, we might even turn that into a video show and give you all the credit for giving us the idea. Anyway, that's enough for today. I'm really excited about it. I want to thank all of our investors and lenders who stuck with us on this journey. And I want you to celebrate what we're doing as we finish the Hay Bay Resort, open it up, and bring it to the world. With that, we'll see you in the next show.